Hey everyone, and welcome to the NOSR Webs podcast. Get ready for a deep dive into something you probably think is about as exciting as watching paint dry.
Oh, come on now.
Call tracking marketing. But before we jump in, make sure you check out the links in the description below for some amazing offers from our sponsors. Trust me, you won't want to miss them.
Well, hold on a second. Boring might not be the best word to describe a market projected to hit $2.4 billion by 2028.
Okay, you've got my attention. But let's be real, in the age of instant messaging and chatbots, who even uses the phone anymore?
Right.
I mean, besides those robocalls trying to sell me an extended car warranty, of course.
That's where you might be surprised, despite all the digital chatter, a whopping 92% of customer interactions still happen over the phone.
92%. So all those articles about the death of the phone call were greatly exaggerated. I guess sometimes the old ways are still the best.
Exactly, and businesses are catching on. Did you know 65% of businesses say their most valuable leads come from phone calls? Not clicks, not forms, but actual conversations.
Wait, are you telling me phone calls are more valuable than someone filling out a lead form on a website? I'm having trouble wrapping my head around that.
It might seem counterintuitive, but the data speaks for itself. We're talking conversion rates that are 10 to 15 times higher than web leads. And the average conversion rate for a phone call is a staggering 30% compared to a measly 2-3% for web conversions.
Okay, I'm starting to see the light. Phone calls are like the hidden gems of the marketing world. But how does call tracking actually work? Is it some kind of super sleuthing operation?
It's actually pretty ingenious. Imagine giving each of your marketing campaigns a unique fingerprint. When someone sees your ad online in print or even hears it on the radio and then calls that specific number, you know exactly which campaign drove that call. It's like having a detective for your marketing efforts.
So it's like a direct line from the marketing campaign to the customer's phone.
Yeah.
No more guessing games about which ads are actually working.
Precisely. And the beauty of it is that it gives you a complete picture of how your marketing efforts are translating into real-world results, those valuable phone calls that lead to sales.
All right, I'm sold on the why. Now let's break it down. What are the tangible benefits of using call tracking?
Well, one of the biggest benefits is gaining insights into which marketing channels are driving those all-important calls. This means you can kiss guesswork goodbye and say hello to data-driven decisions.
So no more throwing money at campaigns that aren't delivering. I like the sound of that.
Yeah.
What else can call tracking do for me?
It's not just about knowing where calls are coming from. It's about understanding what happens during those calls. Real-time analytics can provide a goldmine of information. What are people asking about? What are their pain points? Are your sales reps handling calls effectively?
So it's like having a window into the customer's mind. You can use that information to refine your marketing messages, improve your sales process, and ultimately create a better customer experience.
Exactly. But let's address the elephant in the room. All this data and analysis sounds expensive. Is this a luxury only big corporations can afford?
That's what I was thinking. It sounds like something that would break the bank for a small business like mine.
Not at all. In fact, call tracking can be surprisingly affordable even for small businesses. We're talking as low as $100 to $300 a month for basic packages.
Wait a minute. We've been throwing around all these impressive benefits, but is there any proof this stuff actually works? What about the return on investment?
That's the best part. Studies show that companies using call tracking see an average increase of 25% in their marketing ROI. They also report a 35% reduction in cost per acquisition, and their lead attribution accuracy shoots up by 45%. In other words, they're getting more bang for their buck and making smarter decisions with their marketing dollars.
Okay, color me impressed. But I have to ask, are there any industries where call tracking is particularly effective?
While call tracking can be beneficial for any business that relies on phone calls, some industries are definitely ahead of the curve.
Let me guess, healthcare. They're always on the phone scheduling appointments.
You got it. Healthcare boasts a 78% adoption rate. Close behind are real estate at 71% and financial services at 69%. These are industries where phone calls are absolutely critical for closing deals and building relationships.
That makes sense. In those industries, trust and personal connection are everything. A phone call can make all the difference.
Exactly. In a world dominated by digital interactions, sometimes a good old-fashioned phone call is the key to building that trust and closing the deal.
We've established that call tracking isn't some relic of the past. It's a powerful tool that can help businesses of all shapes and sizes. But let's dig a little deeper. What are some of the key insights you can gain from analyzing call data?
For starters, did you know that the average call duration is 4.7 minutes?
4.7 minutes. That's longer than I thought. I wonder what they're talking about all that time.
That's the beauty of call tracking. It gives you the data to answer those questions. Knowing things like the best time to call, the peak call days, and even the first-time resolution rate can help businesses optimize their operations and improve the customer experience.
Okay, so I've got campaign attribution, data-driven decision-making, and even insights into customer behavior. But what about the tech behind all this? Does it require a degree in rocket science to set it up?
Not at all. One of the key features of call tracking is something called dynamic number insertion, or DNI for short. It's a bit like magic, but without the smoke and mirrors. Basically, it allows you to show unique phone numbers to different website visitors depending on where they came from.
So if someone clicks on my Google ad, they'll see a different number than someone who finds me through organic search. That's pretty slick.
Exactly. And that way you can track which specific campaigns are driving calls from your website.
That's incredibly clever. But what about all that data? Does it just sit there in some digital abyss? Or can you actually integrate it with other systems?
Integration is key. Most call tracking platforms seamlessly integrate with CRM systems, analytics platforms, and other marketing tools. This gives you a 360-degree view of your customer journey, empowering you to make even smarter decisions.
That's awesome. It sounds like call tracking can be a real game changer for businesses. Well, let's be honest, all this data and analysis sounds expensive.
Well, the investment depends on your business size and needs. Small businesses might spend around $100 to $300 a month, while mid-sized companies could invest $500 to $1,500 a month. For enterprise solutions, you're looking at $2,000 to $5,000 a month.
That's quite a range. Is there any way to know if it's actually worth the investment?
Absolutely. ROI is the key. Typically, businesses see a 3 to 5 times return on their investment within the first 6 months of using call tracking. Not to mention, they can reduce wasted ad spend by 15 to 20% and improve lead quality by 25 to 30%.
Wow. Those are some serious numbers. It sounds like call tracking is more than just a tool. It's a strategic investment that can significantly impact a business's bottom line. But let's get even more specific. We know call tracking can tell us which marketing channels are driving calls, but are there any superstars in the lineup?
Absolutely. Paid search takes the crown, accounting for a whopping 43% of calls. But organic search isn't too far behind, coming in at a respectable 28%.
So if I want to increase those valuable phone calls, I should focus on my paid and organic search strategies.
You got it. Focusing on those channels is a great way to start leveraging the power of call tracking.
But once those calls start rolling in, is there a way to measure the quality of those calls and see if they're actually leading to conversions?
That's where call quality metrics come into play. We're talking about analyzing things like the average call duration, the best time to call for conversions, the peak call days, and even the first-time resolution rate.
It sounds like there's a whole science to call tracking. Who knew there was so much to learn about phone calls in the digital age?
There's more to it than meets the eye. It's not just about answering the phone, it's about understanding the data behind those calls and using it to make smarter decisions.
I'm starting to realize that. For example, is there an ideal time to make those calls to increase conversions?
The data suggests that the sweet spot is between 2:00 p.m. and 4:00 p.m. local time.
So I should avoid those early morning cold calls. That makes sense.
Yeah,
People are probably more settled into their day and receptive to a conversation later in the afternoon.
Exactly. It's all about timing and understanding your audience.
But we're dealing with different industries, each with unique challenges and opportunities. Does call tracking offer any industry-specific insights?
Absolutely. Let's dive into some real-world examples to see how call tracking is making a difference across various sectors. For instance, in the healthcare industry, where phone calls are crucial for booking appointments and managing patient care, we see some impressive numbers.
Like what? Give me the juicy details.
Well, for starters, a staggering 89% of appointments are scheduled by phone.
Wow, that's almost everyone. It's no wonder the healthcare industry has embraced call tracking so enthusiastically.
And when you consider that the average call duration in healthcare is 4.2 minutes, and the conversion rate is a whopping 72%, it's clear that those phone calls translate into tangible results.
So by tracking those calls, healthcare providers can optimize their scheduling processes, improve patient communication, and enhance the overall quality of care.
Precisely. And it's not just healthcare. Real estate is another industry where call tracking is making waves.
That makes sense. Real estate is all about building relationships and closing deals. And what better way to do that than through a personal phone call?
Exactly. 65% of leads in real estate prefer phone contact over any other form of communication. They want to talk to a real person, ask questions, and get a feel for the property and the agent they'll be working with.
So those phone calls are more than just scheduling showings. They're an opportunity to build trust and establish rapport, crucial in such a high-stakes industry.
Exactly. And when you consider that the average call duration in real estate is 6.8 minutes and the conversion rate is 45%, it's clear that those conversations are paying off.
It sounds like call tracking is giving real estate professionals a real edge in a competitive market. They can track which marketing campaigns are driving those valuable leads, understand what potential buyers are looking for, and tailor their approach to close more deals.
Precisely. Now let's shift gears and talk about the financial services industry, where trust and expertise are paramount.
I bet phone calls are essential when it comes to handling sensitive financial information and building confidence with clients.
You're absolutely right. A whopping 77% of high-value transactions in financial services involve phone calls. People want to talk to a real person, get their questions answered, and feel secure in their financial decisions.
It seems like call tracking is about more than lead generation and conversion rates. It's about providing a personalized and secure experience that builds trust and loyalty.
Exactly. And with an average call duration of 8.3 minutes in the financial services industry, it's clear that these conversations are in-depth and focused on building those critical relationships.
This is all incredibly insightful. But before we wrap up this part of our deep dive, let's take a peek into the future. What are some of the emerging trends in call tracking our listeners should keep an eye on?
Well, the world of call tracking is constantly evolving, and there are some exciting developments on the horizon. One trend gaining traction is using AI-powered predictive analytics.
AI-powered predictive analytics.
That sounds futuristic. What does that even mean?
Imagine being able to predict which calls are most likely to convert into paying customers based on factors like call duration, caller demographics, and even voice patterns.
Whoa, that's straight out of a sci-fi movie. Ugh. But seriously, the ability to predict which calls are most likely to lead to sales would be a game changer for businesses. They could prioritize those high-value calls, allocate resources more effectively, and ultimately boost their bottom line. Exactly, and that's just the tip of the iceberg. We're also seeing a growing interest in voice pattern recognition for better lead scoring. Imagine being able to analyze a caller's tone of voice, their level of engagement, and even their emotional state to determine how likely they are to become a customer.
That sounds incredibly powerful. It's like having a mind reader on your sales team.
And let's not forget about the integration with voice assistants and smart devices. As these technologies become more prevalent, we can expect seamless integration with call tracking platforms, making it even easier for businesses to track and analyze those valuable phone calls.
It sounds like the possibilities for call tracking are limitless. Before we get carried away with the future, though, let's take a moment to recap what we've learned so far. We started by debunking the myth that phone calls are dead in the digital age.
Right. We discovered that a staggering 92% of customer interactions still happen over the phone, and that those phone calls are a powerful tool for lead generation, conversion, and building customer relationships.
We also explored the incredible benefits of call tracking, from campaign attribution and data-driven decision-making to optimized marketing spend and enhanced customer engagement.
And we even delved into the tech behind call tracking, from dynamic number insertion and CRM integration to AI-powered analytics and mobile optimization.
It's been quite a journey. And before we move on, don't forget to check out those amazing offers we've lined up for you. Just visit the links in the description below to access exclusive deals and resources that can help you take your business to the next level.
It's fascinating to see how call tracking has gone from this simple tool to a sophisticated system that provides deep insights into customer behavior and preferences.
You know, we've been talking about all the benefits for businesses, but what about the customers? Do they get anything out of this?
That's a great question, and the answer is a resounding yes. Call tracking can actually improve the customer experience in several ways.
Okay.
For starters, by tracking calls and analyzing data, businesses can identify common customer pain points and address them proactively. This can lead to faster resolution, time is more personalized support, and a smoother overall experience.
So instead of navigating a frustrating phone tree or dealing with impersonal automated systems, customers can get the help they need quickly and efficiently.
Yeah.
It's like cutting through the red tape and getting right to the heart of the matter.
Exactly. And let's not forget about personalization.
Right.
By understanding where calls are coming from and what customers are asking about businesses, can tailor their interactions to provide more relevant and helpful information.
Yeah.
It's all about creating a more personalized and engaging experience that leaves customers feeling valued and appreciated.
In a world where customers are bombarded with generic marketing messages and impersonal interactions, a little bit of personalization can go a long way.
Precisely. Call tracking can help businesses create a more human-centered approach to customer service that fosters loyalty and builds lasting relationships.
Okay, I'm convinced call tracking is a win-win for both businesses and customers. But are there any potential drawbacks or challenges we should be aware of? There's always two sides to every coin.
You bring up a valid point.
Yeah.
While call tracking offers a lot of benefits, it's important to approach it responsibly.
Yeah.
One potential challenge is ensuring data privacy and security.
Right.
As with any technology that collects personal information, robust security measures are crucial to protect sensitive customer data.
Data breaches and privacy violations are a major concern these days. It's essential for businesses to prioritize data security and transparency, especially when dealing with something as personal as phone calls.
Absolutely. Choosing reputable call tracking providers that adhere to strict security standards and prioritize customer privacy is essential.
Do your research, read the fine print, and make sure you're comfortable with how your data and your customers' data is being handled.
Right.
Are there any other potential pitfalls to watch out for?
Another challenge can be the complexity of implementation and integration. Setting up a call tracking system and integrating it seamlessly with existing marketing and sales platforms can be tricky and may require some technical expertise.
No, it's not as simple as plug and play.
Right.
It takes a bit of planning and know-how to make sure everything works smoothly.
Right. It's important to assess your business needs, choose the right call tracking solution, and have a clear implementation plan.
Okay.
Don't hesitate to seek guidance from experts or consultants if needed.
Sometimes it's better to invest in professional support up front than to try to do it yourself and end up with a tangled mess of data and frustration.
Exactly.
Okay.
While technology can automate many tasks, let's not forget the human element. Call tracking is ultimately about people connecting with people.
It's easy to get caught up in the data and forget that empathy, active listening, and genuine connection are still key ingredients for successful customer relationships.
I couldn't agree more. Technology can enhance the customer experience, but it should never replace the human touch.
Well said. It's about finding that sweet spot between data-driven insights and genuine human connection.
Precisely. As the world of call tracking continues to evolve, it's inspiring to see how businesses are leveraging technology to create more personalized, efficient, and human-centered experiences for their customers.
I'm curious, though.
Yeah.
We've been talking about the practical applications, but are there any ethical considerations we need to keep in mind?
That's a great question. It's important to use call tracking responsibly and ethically, like with any powerful technology.
Right.
Transparency is a key consideration.
Okay.
Customers should be informed that their calls are being tracked and understand how their data is being used.
No sneaky tactics or hidden agendas.
Exactly. Transparency is crucial for building trust and maintaining ethical practices.
And the transparency should go beyond just informing customers about call tracking.
Right.
Businesses need to be clear about how they're using the data they collect.
Yeah?
Are they using it to improve customer service, personalize marketing messages, or make more informed business decisions?
You're absolutely right. Data transparency is essential for building trust and accountability.
Okay.
It's not just about following regulations, but also about doing the right thing and respecting customer privacy.
Well said. Call tracking, when used responsibly and ethically, can be a powerful force for good in the business world. It can help businesses connect with their customers on a deeper level, understand their needs, and provide more personalized and efficient experiences.
Absolutely. And as technology continues to advance, we can expect to see even more innovative and ethical applications of call tracking, blurring the lines between data-driven insights and genuine human connection.
Speaking of blurring lines, what about the impact of artificial intelligence on the future of call tracking? We've talked about AI-powered analytics and voice pattern recognition, but what other possibilities are there?
The potential for AI in call tracking is vast and still largely untapped.
Wow.
Imagine AI-powered chatbots handling routine customer inquiries, freeing up human agents to focus on more complex issues. Or AI algorithms analyzing call transcripts to identify patterns and trends, providing valuable insights for sales and marketing teams.
That's incredible. It sounds like AI could revolutionize the way businesses handle phone calls,
Right.
making the process more efficient, personalized, and human-centered.
Exactly. And as AI technology continues to evolve, we can expect even more sophisticated applications to emerge, further enhancing the power and potential of call tracking.
The world of call tracking is a dynamic and ever-evolving landscape.
It is.
From basic call attribution to AI-powered analytics, the possibilities seem endless.
It truly is an exciting time to be involved in this field.
Yeah.
And as we continue to explore data technology and human connection, I'm excited to see what the future holds for call tracking and the businesses that embrace its power.
Let's bring it back to the present and talk about some practical steps businesses can take to implement call tracking effectively.
Okay.
We've covered a lot of high-level concepts, but I'm sure our listeners are eager for some actionable advice.
Great point. Let's break it down into some key steps. First and foremost, define your goals.
Right.
What do you want to achieve with call tracking? Increase lead generation, improve customer satisfaction, optimize marketing campaigns.
So before even looking for a call tracking solution, you need to understand what you want out of it.
Exactly. Once you have a clear vision of your goals, you can start evaluating different call tracking providers and choose the solution that best fits your needs.
With so many options available, it's crucial to do your research and compare features, pricing, and customer support.
Yeah.
Don't just jump at the first shiny object you see.
Absolutely. Take your time, read reviews, and talk to other businesses using call tracking to get their insights and recommendations.
Once you've chosen your solution, it's time to roll up your sleeves and get down to implementation.
Right.
What are some key things to keep in mind during this phase?
One crucial step is to integrate your call tracking system seamlessly with your existing marketing and sales platforms.
Okay.
This will allow you to capture a complete picture of the customer journey and make more informed decisions.
So we're talking about connecting your call tracking data with your CRM system, marketing automation platform, and any other tools you use to manage customer interactions.
Exactly. The more integrated your systems, the more valuable insights you can gain from your call tracking data.
And once you have this data flowing into a central hub, it's time to start analyzing it and putting those insights to work. What are some key metrics to focus on?
Great question. Some of the most important metrics include volume call duration conversion rate, cost per lead, and first-time resolution rate.
Okay.
Tracking these metrics over time can identify trend spot improvement areas and optimize your marketing and sales processes.
It's all about using data to make smarter decisions and drive better results. But data is only as good as the people who interpret it.
You're absolutely right. Having a team that understands how to analyze call tracking data and translate it into actionable insights is important.
So invest in training, hire data analysts, or partner with consultants who can help you make sense of all those numbers and turn them into a competitive advantage.
Exactly. Data is a powerful tool, but it's only effective when used strategically and intelligently.
And let's not forget the importance of ongoing optimization.
Right.
Call tracking is not a set it and forget it solution. It requires constant monitoring, analysis, and adjustment to ensure you're getting the most out of your investment.
Right.
So be prepared to experiment, test different approaches, and continuously refine your strategies based on the data you're collecting.
Yeah.
The world of marketing is always evolving, and your call tracking approach needs to evolve with it.
Well said. It's all about staying agile, adaptable, and data-driven.
Welcome back to the show, everyone. We've been exploring this incredible world of call tracking and uncovering its hidden potential.
It's truly remarkable how this technology has transformed from a simple call attribution tool to a sophisticated system for gaining deep insights into customer behavior and preferences.
Exactly. And as we've learned, it's not just about businesses. Call tracking can also enhance the customer experience by helping companies identify and address pain points proactively.
Absolutely. It's about creating a more personalized and efficient experience that leaves customers feeling valued and heard.
Now, before we wrap up this deep dive, I want to shift gears and talk about the practical side of things. We've covered a lot of high-level concepts, but I'm sure our listeners are eager to hear some actionable advice.
Great point. Let's break it down into a few key steps. First and foremost, it's crucial to define your goals. What are you hoping to achieve with call tracking? Are you looking to increase lead generation, improve customer satisfaction, or optimize your marketing campaigns?
So before you even start browsing for a call tracking solution, you need to know what you want to get out of it.
Exactly. Once you have a clear vision of your goals, you can start evaluating different call tracking providers and choose the solution that aligns with your needs.
With so many options out there, doing your research and comparing features, pricing, and customer support is crucial.
I couldn't agree more. Take your time, read reviews, and talk to other businesses using call tracking to get their insights and recommendations.
Once you've selected a solution, it's time to roll up your sleeves and get down to implementation. What are some key things to remember during this stage?
One crucial step is integrating your call tracking system with your existing marketing and sales platforms. This will allow you to create a comprehensive view of the customer journey, empowering you to make more informed decisions.
So we're talking about connecting your call tracking data with your CRM, your marketing automation platform, and any other tools you use to manage customer interactions.
Precisely. The more integrated your systems are, the more valuable insights you'll be able to extract from your call tracking data.
And once you have all this data flowing into a central hub, it's time to start analyzing it and putting those insights into action. What are some key metrics to focus on?
That's a great question. Some of the most important metrics include call volume, call duration, conversion rate, cost per lead, and first-time resolution rate. By tracking these metrics over time, you can identify trends, pinpoint areas for improvement, and optimize your marketing and sales processes.
So it's all about using data to make smarter decisions and drive better results.
Exactly. Data is a powerful tool, but it's only effective when used strategically and intelligently.
That makes sense. But analyzing all that data can seem daunting. Any advice for our listeners who might be feeling a bit overwhelmed?
Don't be afraid to seek help. Invest in training, hire data analysts, or partner with consultants who can help you make sense of the numbers and turn them into a competitive advantage.
And remember, call tracking is not a set-it-and-forget-it solution. It requires continuous monitoring, analysis, and adjustments to ensure you're maximizing your investment.
Absolutely. The marketing landscape is constantly shifting, and your call tracking approach needs to adapt alongside it.
This brings us to a critical point we haven't discussed yet. How do we balance the power of this technology with data privacy concerns, which are increasingly important in today's world?
You've hit on a crucial point. In a world where data is king, ethical data practices and transparency are paramount when it comes to call tracking. Customers should always be informed that their calls are being tracked and understand how their data is used.
No cloak and dagger operations here. Transparency is essential for building trust and maintaining ethical practices.
Couldn't agree more. And it's not just about informing customers about call tracking, it's also about being transparent about how businesses use the collected data, whether it's for improving customer service, personalizing marketing messages, or making informed business decisions. Honesty and openness are key.
Absolutely. Data transparency builds a culture of trust and accountability. It's about doing the right thing and respecting your customers' privacy.
Well said. We've covered a lot of ground today. It's been an insightful journey exploring the world of call tracking and its potential to revolutionize how businesses operate.
It's been an incredible deep dive, and I think we can all agree that call tracking is a game changer for businesses of all sizes. And don't forget to check out those amazing offers we have lined up for you. Just visit the links in the description below for exclusive deals and resources to help take your business to the next level.
Thanks for joining us on this deep dive into the world of call tracking. It's been a pleasure sharing these insights with you.
Until next time, keep those phones ringing, those insights flowing, and those customer relationships thriving.